Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with Bitcoin number 1, followed by Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, and then we'll end it with Cardano at number 9. Let's get straight into it. BTC. Okay, so here we are for BTC. I'm still leaning on BTC, dropping a little bit lower because it looks to me like again, head and shoulders. We've been anticipating the drop, but week after week, you see that nothing is happening much, right? We just here and there and here and there and here and there, like okay. But anyway, I'm leaning towards the downside. If anything, there could be a rally, but still I'm expecting BTC to hit lower because this looks to me more likely than not a potential head and shoulders in the making, right? But of course, at the same time, if BTC rallies up and down, if it just does something like this, right, then of course more likely than not, we could be heading higher as well because we're still clearly above the skinny pink line. So the trend is still largely bullish. One thing to note is that if you were to look back in the past, right, the past doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. If you look back in the past, when BTC was here, right, it rose all the way up. Okay, let's just go back in history. A lesson in history. Say you do a replay, right, over here, right. So BTC had a meteoric rise all the way to 64,000 from the very lows of 3008. And then we started mucking around, right? There was an ending fifth wave, actually, ending fifth wave diagonal, and then we dropped down, and then we were rising, and it's like you're still not entirely sure because you don't see the chart pattern yet, so you're not sure if this is the reversal or not. Another thing is that we were clearly above the skinny pink line, so the trend was still largely bullish. So it'd be like, we're not too sure. And then after that, we did drop down though towards the skinny pink line, but then we rose even higher, right? But it's a marginally higher high, and after that it came back down under the skinny pink line again. There was a rally that came, and then things were clearer now. Head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So if we were to again learn from the past, right? Let's say for example, 300 days in, right? You'll be expecting a potential top. It dropped down and it rose even higher. Oh, surprise! The top actually came in 549 days, not 300, but 500 days later, which is more than half a year. And after that, it dropped, and then we got a rally up. So I'm like, this is the right shoulder. So from here to here, right, the top of the right shoulder, right at the skinny pink line, was 460 days to complete this chart pattern. From the halving to the top of the right shoulder took about 700 days, which means 2 years before it was obvious. So right now we are only about 280 days in. 2 years will be okay. My guess is right. More likely than not, by this year we should be seeing a drop coming. Right, the confirmation will come when we are under the skinny pink line. Right, when we're under it, and there'll be an attempt to break back up, but then it fails. So again, my expectation is still a drop over here. So this drop that comes could be really, truly brutal. And again, we could also get a head and shoulders. Maybe yes, maybe no. But as it stands, we don't really see it yet. It's still not that obvious yet. It will only come in once it's like 80%, maybe 80, 90% complete. And then, okay, we see it. But for now, it's like, we're not too sure. It's still not too sure. So yeah, could we still, drop, hit the skinny pink line and continue higher? Sure. Right, so we were also anticipating this type of a move where it just consolidates and goes sideways and breaks higher. So yeah, at this point of time, we still have to wait and see how it goes. But a lot of other alts have been showing a lot of bearishness. Like for example, Ethereum, right, against BTC, it's not looking good. Ethereum against BTC just keeps dropping lower and lower. Still under the skinny pink line, but I feel like the end may not be too far away. Right? We're expecting these lows to be taken out. This one and this one. 2 classes of sells. We may not take this out though, but more likely than not, we're going to take this out. And if you look very carefully for Ethereum, we're kind of in a rising channel. Rising channels usually break lower. At what point will we consider Ethereum to be in a bullish reversal? Yeah, once we stop forming lower highs, you will see a very strong rally back up and say, wiping out all the lower highs. So I'm like, this could be the start, right, of a new trend change. But as it stands, we still don't see it yet. So Ethereum BTC is still very weak. Even against USD, Ethereum is already under the scalping line. BTC is still above it. So Ethereum, more likely than not, is completing the right shoulder. You can see it on Ethereum. More likely than not, right shoulder is coming in. And after that, this right shoulder should be taking Ethereum back to 1,003, sub 1,003, I would say. Clearing these clusters of sell. So yeah, sub 1,003, I would say. So it's just not really looking that good for Ethereum, not at the moment. But if you could think long term and you could see what's happening, it's a huge accumulation, big setup for a break above 10k, right? Very big setup. The blast off may come like 2027, I would say, end 26, 27, may even be early 28, but more likely than not, we're heading lower. So to me, I think the 1,003 is a value buy for Ethereum. That's what I think. I mean, of course, things can always drop to zero. Ethereum can drop to zero. But if things go according to what I think it is going to happen, 1,003 will be a very valuable area. Right? The basic rule of investing is to buy low, sell high. But another rule would be to buy good projects low and sell them high. Don't buy crap projects when they're low. Buy good projects. Ethereum is a good project. There you go. XRP against BTC. Here we are for XRP. So XRP, I think is waiting for an ETF announcement. So yeah, so this is where XRP is at the moment. We are completing an AB, CD. We're in the midst of a wave E. More likely than not a blast off. So XRP BTC is very strong relative to Ethereum. If you look at the market cap for XRP, it's 144. To catch up to Ethereum, of course, you need to more than double it, right? Is it possible? Yeah, sure. Do we see any clear consolidation yet? Not really. But XRP is strong though against BTC. XRP is solid. Of course, we could still drop lower, clear these clusters of cells. So yeah, again, we're waiting for more clarity from the XRP whales. Against USD, XRP is already broken out. So we are on our way. We're just in a consolidation. We're on our way to $6. More likely than not, we are probably going to go up to potentially even 7 or even 8. But 610 is a hard target that we have. And as long as we are above the support, right? XRP more likely than not will hit $6. So we're in a consolidation right now. Could we still drop lower to clear these lows? Yes, of course. The chart pattern just isn't there yet, so we don't really see the consolidation being done yet. We could still hover around here for several more months before a breakout. But of course, the BTC drops potentially. XRP could be dropping much lower as well. We were also anticipating XRP to clear these clusters of cells, dropping to like $1.24 potentially. But this more likely than not should be the continuation towards $6, right? I think this will also be a very good value buy for XRP. So yeah, there you go. BNB against BTC. Here we are for BNB. BNB, we're still anticipating the lower low to come on. So that's BNB BTC for you against USD. BNB is above the scalping line again. It's like, what's happening? BNB could be doing something like this though, consolidating before breaking higher. We're still anticipating the clusters of cells here and here to be taken out. Will it? Remains to be seen. Right? There's strong buying pressure pushing BNB higher. So, but again, BNB is also a solid project. And again, you want to buy things when they're low. Right? Good projects buy it when it's low. Sol against BTC, Solana. So Solana BTC is not looking good, but I kind of like the development because this is a potential big squeeze happening, right? It's turbo squeezing. Ethereum is taking years to squeeze. Solana is probably going to take a much shorter time. So we're clearly under the skinny pink line. Solana is bearish against BTC, and we're anticipating these lows to be taken up, which we are expecting about 6,007, sub 6,007. Right now we're at 16,000. So this will still be another 60% roughly towards the downside. So yeah, be careful about rushing to a trade for Solana. And all the other coins in Solana's orbit is more likely than not to drop if Solana drops as well. And Solana, we have a target over here at 132. We're still expecting it to drop lower. So the right shoulder has already come on in. I'm going to assume that this is the head and shoulders right shoulder, right? It's not really textbook perfect, I would say. Right, even this thing, you can consider this as a head and shoulders. So anyway, it's already down. Yeah, 132. At the same time, we may hit 132. Bounce here. And then you might see more clarity here. And this could be another right shoulder. And you can see Solana drop even further lower. So the expectation is potentially sub $50 for Solana, which will tie into a 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Around $50. That's the expectation. Could we hit 618 at about 30? Yes. So 50 and 30, very round numbers. Yeah, absolutely possible. But to be honest, right, we would prefer it to be at 618. And after that, once we hit this pump springboard. But I don't know, we'll watch out for it. 0.5 is the first level, right? Once we complete a higher quality chart pattern, right? Again, a head and shoulders is a high potential for Solana over here. This is just not too obvious, but again, we have a target for 132, so 132 it is. We'll hit it first, and then we'll see how it goes. Dogecoin against BTC, DOGE against BTC. Again, we are expecting these clusters of cells to be taken out. More likely than not, we're going to head towards the noisy area over here. So, yeah, more downside. We're already under the skinny pink line. So, yep, not good for DOGE BTC against USD. DOGE still feels like it's holding up pretty okay, but I suspect that a strong zip down could be in the cuts, right? We could be heading towards 11 cents, 10 cents potentially, but I would assume 11 cents. And after that, potentially a reversal for Dogecoin. $1 is a target though. Dogecoin could still do something like this, just like what BTC is doing, right? It's still above the skinny pink line, so technically it's still in a bullish trend. But I will be very, 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 very careful about re-entering for a long at this area. Unless we see clear high quality chart patterns, more likely than not, we're gonna cross the skinny pink line. Very Cardano, ADA against BTC. What's up, Charles? ADA BTC. Yeah, more likely than not, we're gonna clear these clusters of cells here. So more downside for ADA BTC. But again, just a gentle reminder, ADA is in a huge potential squeeze, right? Even if we were to take this out, I would suspect that this could be a possibility. We get a wave E, and that's it. We continue going bananas. So ADA has a lot of potential. ADA always delays everything in the timeline. Always delays. Anyway, ADA against USD is not looking good on the weekly. On the daily, we've also touched the skinny pink line. So yeah, it's just not really looking that good to me. So I would preach caution about ADA. Doesn't mean we can't go any higher, but it's just not that obvious what's happening for ADA. Right, we're still largely above the skinny pink line. The trend is still bullish, so sure, we could still continue higher. But if BTC drops, right, very likely ADA is going to drop as well. Alright, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!